get started then, and we'll start with you, Drew. And it's simply this. Guys, thanks very much for taking the time to speak with me. And first things first, I want to keep it really simple. Checking in with you. Starting with you, Drew. How are you feeling? How are you doing at the moment?
I'm good, mate. Just chilling. Got a cup of tea. So got a good brew. Ready for the interview. There's a rhyme. You can have that one for free.
Fantastic. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Thank you. Like Sam, just getting over a bit of lurgy, mate. But yeah, all good. Looking forward to our EP release show on Friday. So yeah, raring to go, mate.
Will?
All good, mate. Yeah, got a brew. Got my Boston hat on. Yeah, buzzing for the EP to be released on Friday, mate. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I think it feels. But yeah, all good.
And Sam?
All good, mate. Yeah, same as the boys. Just getting over this bad lurgy that I've had. But apart from that, mate, excited for the EP, excited for the shows we've got coming up. So all is well.
Fantastic. I'm glad to hear you're all doing okay and that most of you are getting over some lurgy, as you say. And we are, of course, mere days away from the release of your debut EP, G.R.I.M, G.R.I.M, out this Friday, October 13th. Friday the 13th. So,
yes.
Talk to me then about where your head is at right now, because when we're this close, there's a combination of two things that a lot of artists and bands can go through. The excitement to get it out there, but also the desperation just to be not rid of it, but to send it out on its own 2 feet and let other people judge it. Starting with Drew, where's your head at with it?
Just excitement, mate. I mean, I've, as the newest member of the band, I've not had much influence on the writing and stuff of this one, but I was there for one of the recording sessions and a couple of vocal sessions, and just that process, doing it with the boys has been wicked. And then, yeah, just excitement. The songs are bangers, so no nerves, no desperation to get rid of it. Just want to get it out there to the world and share it with people.
Cool. How about you, Jake? Where's your head?
I'm kind of on the same path as Drew, mate. I don't think I was a hell of a lot more apprehensive. I'll use for the previous EP, but I feel like with this one, I think it's a case of I like the songs that much, and I'm sure we all are. We're so proud of them that obviously it matters if people like them, but it's kind of a bonus if people like them because we all love them so much. And, you show them to your friends as well, don't you? We've got close people to the band, and all we've had is like really good feedback. So I'm kind of quietly confident, hopefully, that it'll do well. So, and obviously we've heard your comments this morning, which we really appreciate, mate. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to it. It really does go a long way with us, boys. Thank you.
No worries. Will, where's your head at?
I try not to think about it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, like, very apprehensive. Not to be fair, no, I'm not apprehensive. Because, like I say, I try not to think about it too much, and just whatever we get. Do you know what I mean? If people get it or like it, then it's a bonus, isn't it? And obviously, we're doing it for ourselves, and and what we've experienced over the last couple of years or whatever. So it's just, I think we obviously do it for fun and do it for the love of it. So if people dig it, then that's better. That's even better,
Yeah.
People digging it, people pick it up, get you some high streaming numbers, a little bit of money in your pocket, or certainly won't do any harm. How about you, Sam?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. Like, I think the past few weeks, because we've been so busy, like I haven't really thought about it much at all. But this week I've been like, oh shit, it's coming out like this Friday. Like, it's here now. So like, I think this morning, last night, like it kind of hit me hard a little bit. Like, oh fuck, this is our like next EP coming out on Friday. It's like, whoa. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I don't know. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, it'll come out on Friday, but it's going to take weeks. It's going to take months before you kind of able to sort of sit there and, I don't know, if you judge its success, whatever that word actually means.
Sure.
Yeah.
The positive reaction, though, to the singles that have been released so far, that surely must have put you in a bit more of a confident place regarding how the full thing might be received.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that sort of delves into what I was trying to say earlier. Like Killing Joke did really well. We've had some great feedback on Thrill Seeker, and they were sort of we've tried to, well, not tried, we just sort of naturally have gone down this different avenue of a way of songwriting and how the songs have come out. And we've been a little bit more adventurous. I suppose having the confidence off the back of the first mixtape, we sort of went down not a different avenue, I wouldn't say, still definitely mozzie, but definitely a little bit more adventurous. So well, that was kind of a bit of a I don't know, a difficult one, because we weren't sure how well it would go down, and obviously with the singles they have, so it's we're excited, I think. Yeah.
Well then, let's talk about how the CP even came to fruition. Take me back to the early days of its inception, and particularly what your vision initially looked like. What were you thinking? What were you planning?
To be fair, I think I don't know about you boys, but a lot of the songwriting aspect of it, anyway, is like we kind of just write what we want to write, if that makes sense. And that sounds really daft to say, but like we don't have a formula or anything like that. And then obviously lyrics come after or whatever, and you kind of lyrics are obviously spewed out from what you're going through at the time, I suppose, and you know, life experience and stuff. But yeah, that's how I kind of saw it, as you know, like at the start of making it. I think we've had Killing Joke for a long time, and that was always going to be like this first single or one of the singles, and then the rest kind of just come together around it a bit. We had Thrill Sig for a long time, to be fair. Yeah, Thrill and Kill we've had for a while.
How long?
But the year, just over a year, like a little bit.
We've played Killing Joke live for every show, haven't we? And like,
especially
probably the
Thrill.
one that goes. Yeah,
I'd say Thrill was even more so than Killing Joke.
Yeah,
Killing Joke just kind of we had like the riff and stuff for ages, and to be fair, I that main riff, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but Sam like made us use it.
Mate, didn't it?
Mate, you were right. You were right too, mate. Like it's.
I think a lot of it as well is that, you know, obviously Bad Love was more like a compilation of songs, where I think G.R.I.M for us wanted to be like our first cohesive.
Sure.
Piece of music, I think, for us all. So I think that's a lot of it for us. I think like.
I'd say it was quite accidental though, as well. Like at the same time as we wanted it to be cohesive, it's quite accidental, wasn't it? Like in terms of,
I think the songs themselves and what came from the songs made that cohesiveness, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, because it is almost being billed as your debut EP. You know, this is the starting point of Moskito as an entity as you are now. Not ignoring what you've done previously, of course, but you know, this is the next stage. It's the next step forward. It's the
next chapter.
Yeah, we've got Drew in the band, and he's completed it. I feel like the band's completed now.
Absolutely, definitely.
So you have those two songs. Was it then a matter of so you know, you kind of wanted to stick to that vibe? You had that sound and what you were doing there, and that's how you built the other 3 tracks. That's how you built the EP overall, would you say?
No, because I feel like we tend to I don't feel like we tend to try and stay in one place. I feel like our stuff there'll be always like this kind of like mixture, but it will be cohesive at the same time. Do you know what I mean? In my eyes, I think whatever we write is going to sound like us. So let's do whatever what we want to do. Sorry, I forgot if we could swear or not. I was going to swear, but I can't remember if we could swear.
Yeah, we're an over 18 channel.
Yeah. Well, good. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now, but
Well, building on that then, right, I mean, because I think that makes sense to me. The genre blending that exists with Moskito, it's clear to anyone who just listens. You could be given a tag, alternative, whatever, because you need one, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, but it doesn't necessarily sum up the sound. But it had to be a point, I guess, when you realized, okay, we've got 5 tracks in total here, or we had 6 or 7 or whatever, and this is what we want to put in onto a release. Was an album ever on the card, or did you have the exact tracks you wanted?
I don't think an album was ever on the cards. Not saying it is never going to be. Obviously, that's definitely a goal of ours.
Yeah.
But we kind of wanted to keep a little certain bit of mystery about the band. We think, right? So just sort of drip feeding, a piece of music here, and then obviously G.R.I.M coming out as a like Will was saying, a cohesive, almost mini album. To maybe next time writing a complete album, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we don't really plan anything either, do we, boys? We just go with what we're feeling with at the moment. And I know that's a little bit cliche of a band to say, but even like when we're writing songs, it's not like, right, we want to write a song like this. It's just, I've got this riff, boys. And I mean, we go through songs. We've got about 30, so they're not like we've got 8 and then pick. We go just keep writing. We're quite lucky in that respect. But yeah, no, we just
we've got little ideas that we can't finish, so you end up coming back on, and you end up finishing it that way, or take parts out of stuff that you thought was going to work in one song, but it doesn't, and it works in another. But then some songs just get written 2 minutes, and it's it works.
It does work, and all that stuff, as you say, pushed to the side, hidden on a hard drive somewhere, and so on. It's not that it will never not get used. It's just when the opportunity arises. But also, so go on.
Well, I'm saying, like, obviously, like I think a lot of it as well is like when the time's right. I think a lot of songs we've had, they've not been like ready at the right time.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah.
Well, like Charm and Boy, like I feel like that's not been ready for ages. But now, obviously, after this EP, that's going to be something that comes out, isn't it? Like,
yeah. So we've got a single coming out after the EP. We don't know when, but hopefully not too long after the EP. To be fair, but yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. To fair boys, haven't we? Like some really cool stuff going on that we're doing at the minute, and it'll be released next year, hopefully. Really cool stuff.
Which is always great to hear, particularly as we haven't even got this EP out yet. Slow down. Let's get this one out first, and then then go from there. Considering what you were saying about creating the EP and why it was an EP in itself, did you also take into account the fact that EPs as a mini album, it's more digestible, and that an early stage in a band's career?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly that, mate. Yeah, exactly. A little taster just to see what people think and see if they actually want a full album from us.
I think a full album's like something that you when you've got that fan base, to be able to treat them into it, like you can treat them with an album, and people will actually go and listen to it. But I can't wait to do one. Obviously, it's gonna be fucking wicked. Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, then. What areas across the entire creation process of G.R.I.M did you individually find particularly challenging, if you have anything?
I think the lyrics were pretty tough, not to come up with, but just because at the time, without getting too deep, we all collectively went through quite a lot of loss. Losing various people throughout a real short period of time, and then the lyrics sort of just came out of that. But there were sometimes like when you've written a song and you're singing them and playing them and whatever, you sort of almost it becomes you're just doing it. Like, but then when you listen to them back, you actually think, shit, like that was heavy, like that period. So that was pretty tough to actually like go through it and then use lyrically off the back of it.
Yeah.
It was a tough period, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Does that make it difficult to play the songs, to sing the songs as they are now, and because obviously the memories of that particular period?
You know what? I think if the songs were, say, ballads, I think you'd be right, Carl. But because of the nature of the beast and how the songs are written, the lyrics sometimes can be hidden within a track, can't they? So, like, if you've got an upbeat, aggressive song, such as, you know, like Clinomania or Loser, the lyrics sometimes get lost. But I kind of like that in a way.
Yeah, Loser's got a bit of a mix, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's got
definitely.
definitely, like in terms of like melodicness and like going into those soft parts. But Loser's definitely the what's the word?
The defining track, I think.
Yeah, that like
what sums it up.
Yeah, it does sum it up, like lyrically, especially.
Definitely.
What about some of the other guys? What about did you guys have any particular things you found challenging?
For me, really, it was just trying to be as involved as I could be when I got involved with the band, but also not, you know, you're the new guy in the band, you can't overstep your mark, sort of thing. But not that I ever
never would, never, mate. Never.
We get our house on fire, but you know,
once you're in, you're all in.
Yeah. There's that balancing act of like trying to get involved and, you know, suggest ideas and stuff like that, and, you know, play your cards right, sort of thing. But I feel like I did fairly well. So, but yeah, it was good.
Missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, smashed it, brother.
Well, I'm going to follow that up then, Drew, if you don't mind, and ask what attracted you to even joining Moskito? What made you want to be part of this?
Oh, God.
That's a good question. That is a great question.
Not a clue.
Look
it up. No, when they first released Baby, Will sent me the track just because I've known pretty much everyone in the band from sort of years ago, just from being around Boston and like music college and all that kind of stuff. I think the only person I probably hadn't met before was, I don't know if I'd met you, Jake, or maybe we'd crossed paths like really briefly.
I think we played some shows, or I'd come to one of your shows for Banticlone, but definitely we'd cross paths.
Yeah. But yeah, when they first put out Baby, I remember saying to Will, it's a proper cool track and stuff like that. And then just sort of later on down the line, I don't know if they needed some drummers, just a drummer just for a few shows or something, or what was going on really. But I got a message from Will asking if I wanted to come and sort of try out / jam, you know, try some songs and stuff. And I did. And I feel like we gelled proper quick, really. Just like
hit it off straight away.
Yeah, we did, mate.
Yeah. And I think we could all.
When you walked out, bro, I don't know if you know this, but when you walked out, this is an exclusive for you, Carl. Like you went and we all turned around and literally we didn't even say a word, we just were like nodding at each other, we were like grinning our heads off. It was like we were all waiting for that moment, weren't we? Yeah, and it was like wicked. Anyway, I'll stop blowing smoke up your ass now.
Yeah, keep it going. I'll leave if you don't. But no, man, I just the music's really cool. I love the fact that they're not, you know, scared to just write what they like and then put it out. You know, there's no I mean, if you listen to G.R.I.M, it is a cohesive set of songs, but it hops around so many different styles and places and tells so many different stories. I don't understand how you couldn't be attracted to the band.
Well put. Always glad to hear it's something. It is as simple as that. Just enjoying what they do, hanging out with people, and getting in the vibe of it. But I want to come to you now, Sam, and I want to switch the question up, particularly when it comes to the entire creation process, things that you may have particularly enjoyed, things that may have challenged you in a positive way.
I think a lot of it for me, I don't know about the other boys, but a lot of it for me was actually being in the studio itself. So like, I know before, like with the other Bad Love mixtape and that, a lot of the songs were already fleshed out before we went to the studio. These ones felt quite bare boys, didn't they? They weren't quite finished.
Yeah, no, especially Loser.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like a lot of the songs we had, we kind of like not winged it because that makes it sound like we're not. They weren't as polished.
No,
but I feel like that was a challenge. But also like also, but well, also like well, good thing as well. 'Cause I think like in the studio, we had a lot of creativity in the studio from that. Like
Yeah.
dancing around, that, that not being readiness kind of helped almost. I think with the coaching of the
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a blessing in disguise almost. Yeah.
But not
think
necessarily
losing-
something you'd want to repeat in the future. I mean, as unique as that is, would you prefer to be a little bit more prepared?
Definitely.
Sam
thing-
definitely would.
Well, yes and no, because I think it's good having demos, but I quite like that spontaneousness of like just something happens, there and then. Like I think that can be really
Yeah.
sometimes and like really creative.
You can get magic from it, can't you?
Yeah, I feel like we thrive under a bit of pressure sometimes.
Yeah. I think a lot of it was like with tracks like Loser, it was more the fact of there's sometimes like you get songs, don't you, and you can play them on acoustic guitar to the lads or whatever, or on a shitty little fucking demo, and you just can't get the point across of what you want the song to be. Do you know what I mean? Me and Desi came up with that one, and I can remember like I don't think we couldn't sell it to, especially Sam. I don't feel like we could sell it to it, could we, mate?
Yeah, but like being in the studio,
See it.
how it was made that like
Yeah,
is now almost.
yeah, exactly, mate. And like sometimes you'll get that with songs, but before we've had the time to do it, record demos at yours, haven't we, mate? And like just get some really good demos together, and then you can kind of listen to it back so much more and pick out things that you can hear. And yeah, but I think with this EP, I think it worked the way it did because it's like quite raw in it, and I think it didn't need to be overthought.
No.
Well, the end result does speak for itself. It is an incredibly strong EP that does show, as you've said, and I think it bears repeating, variety in what you're capable of doing at this stage. If someone who hasn't heard of you wants a taste, you're talking about a 5-track EP that will give you a wide taste of what you can do, what you're doing right now, and what the future might hold, I think. Which does bring me to a question I'd love you all to have input on. I'm going to start with you, Drew. What do you see as the biggest challenge to getting ears on this EP and attention directed towards Moskito?
I think it's probably the challenge that every sort of unsigned band faces, and that's just getting it to a good amount of people who will have the time to check it out. I almost think the industry is a bit backwards because the massive bands like whoever, if they release a song, the labels and everything just push it to everyone, but everyone already follows that band. So why isn't there more attention directed to sort of unsigned bands and streaming platforms pushing sort of smaller band songs in editorial playlists and stuff? So I think just getting the right number of ears on it is probably the biggest challenge. But it's the same challenge that every band faces. So you can do what you do.
How about you, Jake? Similar or something else?
Definitely 100% agree with you, Drew. But I think for us as a band, I think our location is a bit of a challenge, really, mate. Just because getting people to know who the band are, i.e., playing, if say we lived, I don't know, more towards the city, like playing Camden every other weekend and playing this bar, and you're getting people actually want to hear new music there. That's what they go for. Whereas around here, we've had some great gigs in Lincoln, but it's so difficult to sort of generate a bit of interest that then can be directed to your different streaming platforms. I think that's what we might struggle with, or do struggle with slightly, but we try and make the best of it. We'll play anywhere, we literally any show, whatever, just to get our name out there, because we do have a good response, boys, don't we? Like when all the live shows we've played with, we generate people, like interest, people follow us. So yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Will, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I suppose it's I always say to the boys, it's like when preparation meet an opportunity, isn't it? Like And I think we're prepared for it. And I hope that we obviously get the opportunity. And I think with the team that we've got around us, I really do think there's a chance that we'll get that opportunity. And I think we'll smash the fuck out of it when it's in front of us. So I feel, you know, like I don't think that kind of stuff like would bother us at all. Like it hasn't done in the past. Like if anybody's there and they're watching us, like we'd turn it up a gear rather than, you know, slow down or get nervous. Or I'm sure there's thousands of bands that do the same. I know, but yeah,
There are, you are right, but I've been, you know, doing this a while, and I've heard this similar words from hundreds of bands, thousands of bands, and a year later they're gone. It's that, really. It's that, you know, it's good proper saying it. It's then continuing on. I see no reason why your commitment wouldn't carry on.
Sure.
What about you, Sam?
Yeah, well, I think Jake's right to say. Like, I think our location, it's definitely got its effects on the band's, shall we say, success, if, you know, we're better, which was the words for it. But I think a lot of times, though, we kind of play to that a little bit. Like, we kind of play to being from a shitty small town. I think sometimes that resonates with people quite a lot. Like gigs, like I've noticed a few gigs we've done, like people love it. Like this weird divvy thing that
Boston folk.
Like it sounds stupid, but like I think people kind of like it. Like, and like obviously Will like what you're saying. Like I think our team as well. Like, I think a lot of bands our size, obviously don't have a team with them sometimes. I think like, and we're very fortunate, you know, very, very fortunate to have that team that we do have that pushes towards, you know, those live shows. I think that's kind of what it is really. Like we've found
the right people, haven't we?
Yeah, like we've got these setbacks that could set us back a massive amount, but we don't let
people in the right places, haven't we? You know, like our manager Jordan, he's in London, and Lauren, who does all our booking, and I mean Lauren looks after us as well, doesn't she? She's in London, so yeah, you're right, mate. Even though we're here in Boston, we have got people sort of looking out for us.
Yeah, like we made the most of a bad situation almost, and I just
definitely. But we knew we needed to do that.
That's it.
Yeah, we knew we needed to have someone shouting about us down there, and
telling us off.
Yeah.
And that will just spread, you know. I mean, that will spread as more ears are turned towards you, more people get to know you, and then eventually people are talking about it in different countries, and not just across this one, but across Europe and so on. And as you said yourself, there are positives to small towns, there are negatives to big towns. You know, so I'm going to probably say I'm in London, and we have tons of venues and we have tons of bands, but because of that,
there's loads,
there's too much on offer.
You're right.
Venues are half full where they should be sold out and shit like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah, so that is a bit of an arrow to our quiver, isn't it? Like we can, you know, we're these divvy twats from Boston with a weird accent.
Country bumpkins, aren't we?
Yeah.
Carrot crunch.
Flatland and people.
Talking about sold out, though, guys. Talking about sold out. A few days ago, you had 5 tickets left for Friday, your EP release show in Peterborough. You had 5 tickets left. Is that sold out now? Is those 5 tickets gone?
Sold out, mate. Yeah. It's sold today. We need to do a post about that, actually, don't we?
Oh, shit, we do.
yeah, we do. That's all sold out, mate. Yeah, so that'd be good. It'd be tight.
Congratulations on that. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Achievement. What those who are attending, what's the plan there? For EP in full and then a selection?
We're going to mix it all up, because we were thinking about doing the EP in full, but then we was just like, we didn't want to start with Killing Joke. We didn't want to like start the show with Killing. I feel like it's a bit. We felt it was a finisher.
We've worked out. Well, we think anyway, we've worked out a pretty cool start with a different track off the EP, but it's a different track. So we kind of pretty much just swapped them around, haven't we?
Yeah.
More or less. So.
Yeah, and just put some Bad Love in between, and just made like a big 50-minute set, and just made it as much of a show as we can.
But yeah, EP in full to start with, and then bad luck after, pretty much.
Fantastic. Rest of 2023 then. What plans? You mentioned, the possibility of a single, but we shall wait and see later what comes of that. And into 2024, are you making plans that far ahead at this stage, or is it just when we get that situation?
Yeah, I feel like we're always trying to keep ahead, don't we?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
in
scheming
terms of
up.
everything, like songwriting and like going back to the team thing again. Like we've got people around us, like kind of giving us pointers as well, and so obviously that helps.
Oh, the massive help, aren't
yeah,
they've got it all. Lauren and JB between
and Gaz,
and Gaz,
who's come on. He's
sort of Manchester based.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of, lads, we're in this position where we're lucky enough just to have to concentrate on practicing and writing the songs, and Lauren and George pretty much do all the legwork, don't they? And like we couldn't thank them enough, really, could we?
Yeah.
But in terms of, so we've got a few shows lined up. We've got we're playing with Drew's of the band Anti-Clone, who, if you've not listened to, Carl,
I'm well aware.
I'm sure
Incredible
you
band.
are. So yeah, we're lucky enough to have the Sticks man from them, and we're on a show with them on Halloween. The night before, so what's that? The 28th.
28th,
yeah.
And on the 27th, the night before, we're playing with Mother Vulture in London. What?
229. You have
229.
have to come down to it, mate. We'll try and get you in on the guest list or something.
Thank you.
That's it.
But yeah, so we've got that. And then we're doing something a bit special in November. We'll start the process of that. And then there should be a release into the new year. We found a little gem that we're going to do maybe some recording at. So we'll let you know.
Can't wait. Yeah, about the 27th. No need for the guest list, guys. We don't really like doing that, because ultimately ticket sales are important and stuff like that.
Bless you,
mate.
bless you.
I actually quickly had to check. I was like, right, while you're talking, let me jump on my phone and see what I'm doing work-wise. But I'm actually off over that weekend, so we'll try and get down for it.
Sweet.
That'd be awesome.
Let us know and we'll come meet you.
Yeah, we'll have a beer.
All right, guys, we're not quite done yet. This is Ozzy Osbourne, and in his head are randomized cards of just about anything we could think of that we consistently add to. There's a couple of hundred here, and I'm going to be pulling them out at random now, and going around the room, calling it your names, and answer away if you won't mind. So we'll start with you, Drew, and you've got number 95. What is the best live album ever recorded?
Oh my God, I didn't know there were these kind of questions.
Oh,
I thought it was food. Best live album ever recorded for me, and this is going back to my roots being a angsty 14-year-old kid with a Flame shirt on. Probably live in Texas, Lincoln Park. I had so good. I had the like DVD collectors one, and I just used to watch that DVD like, I swear, like every day for about a year, just watching them live. Like, just incredible.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
Oh, so good.
Sick.
You got to watch the DVD though. Like, the album's good.
Yeah,
like,
the live. It's on YouTube.
And yeah, it is on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
they just play the songs so well, and they sound so wicked. Especially for, like I say, for me, that was really the band that got me into sort of heavier music. So
perfect crossover entry band for sure. One of mine as well, but all the way back to Hybrid Theory days.
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, 86. What is your best habit?
Best habit.
Now,
I feel like, well, the boys hate me for it, but I'm quite OCD about stuff, boys, aren't I? I think about some things.
A bit what?
Yeah, he is.
Well, OCD about stuff, aren't I? About being a certain way, which I think can come across as a bit, as really fucking annoying sometimes. But sometimes
it's a good habit.
It's a good thing, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like about things being a certain way, or like emails being a certain way, or like posts being a certain way, like.
Yeah, I mean that's annoying.
I can tell straight away. I can tell.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. that annoys you. But I think sometimes
can,
that's not
mate.
a bad thing.
It's it really does.
It does it, mate.
Like, it comes in handy, mate.
You're a godsend, mate.
Well,
Comes in handy for
when the
sure.
guys, well, when Joe's been putting the songs on distribution and spelt the name to a song wrong, it's like, right, that's when it's useful.
You dropped a minute there.
Yeah, you are. He's not here to defend himself.
Exactly. Low blow.
All right, Jake, you've got number 25, and it is what is a dream holiday destination for you?
Oh, mate. I was on about this with Georgie the other day, my other half, and she said, I was saying to her, I'd love to go to Texas for like 2 weeks. And you know, like the ranch holidays you can do. Have you seen them? Oh my God. Riding around on horses and shit. Like that's what I want to do for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That'd be wicked.
Yeah, okay. All right, Will, what is your favorite musical? Be it film or a stage show?
Gotta be Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow.
Do it.
Yeah, definitely. I've been to see it about seven or eight times. Yeah, love it.
Okay, we're going to go back around. Back to you, Drew. What would be your dream job, aside from being a musician, a dream job?
Well, I'll probably say a football player. That was my two things growing up, football and music. I decided to go more on the music side of it, but yeah, second choice would probably be football player. Aim big. Either a rock star or a football player. You can't go wrong.
Boy.
It was just you just decided not to pursue it. Is that the only reason it never went anywhere?
Oh yeah, I was the best player in England, mate. Just it wasn't. No one could touch me.
Never see Drew play. Like, I seen him kick a football about, but apparently he used to be the baller.
The boy.
I heard he was sick.
Roberto Carlos.
All right, Sam, you got a one. What is a fun, an emphasis on the word fun, conspiracy theory that you could be convinced is true?
Oh, God, don't. You'll get his tinfoil that out.
Twice we word that one with the word fun. I don't want no crazy ass, serious stuff.
Right. A fun conspiracy theory. I honestly, this whole flat Earth thing, I think is hilarious. Like, I kind of wish that was true, just so because it would trigger so many people. Like, it's not, but I just think the whole thing is hilarious, and like people trying to justify it as well.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Shit's falling off the edge.
Yeah, yeah. Like using
It
man. I find that shit so funny.
It is something. I'll tell you that. Jake, what is your proudest achievement to date? And this can be from the band perspective or personal perspective.
Oh, I've got to say, I've got boys, the band I love you all, but I had a little boy really young and he's turned out all right. So I think that's my proudest, but I'm going to have to give you a band one because it's the band. I don't want to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
When we played with the Enemy the other week, boys, at the Engine Shed, it's like 1,500 people, whatever it was.
Yeah,
that's up there.
And we played so well, didn't we? We smashed it, and Drew couldn't make it. He had an anti-clone gig, and he was absolutely gutted, bless him. So Joe, who plays guitar, he's a drummer, so he played the drums, and we had it with one guitar and bass. But so it wasn't the same. It would have been perfect, but we smashed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we got more people involved with us, didn't we, from it? And so it was a win, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was amazing. Felt like a rock star for an evening, properly.
That's one of many times, hopefully, for the future. Okay, Will, what is a topic that you're quite argumentative about?
Good boys, you probably answer that better.
Depending how he's feeling.
Yeah, probably anything, mate.
Yeah.
Star Wars theory.
What am I argumentative about, lads?
Backing tracks.
Yeah, Fucking backing tracks. I hate him. I hate him.
Okay, one more round, guys, and I'm going to let you get on with the rest of your evening. Drew, 78, do you think aliens have ever come to Earth?
Oh, I actually watched a documentary about this the other day, and it has convinced me slightly. I've always believed in aliens. Like, there's got to be other life in the universe. Like, surely it's so massive. How could there not be? But then the technology needed to travel worlds is so massive. You know, it's a crazy sort of thing to be able to do. But then Netflix documentary. So I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I believe it could maybe be possible.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Sam, how do you like your steak done? This is an argumentative talk. Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Correct.
Does that get like a tick across the board?
Nah.
Oh, I knew it. I knew he'd argue that.
Blue.
Oh, blues it. Yeah, you can do that.
You know, blue or rare. It's got to be blue or rare.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, what is your go-to cocktail? We're at a bar and you want a cocktail. What are you getting?
Now we're talking. I think it's got to be a whiskey sour. Especially this time of year. Oh, lovely.
Come on, guys. Actually, if you can all think of one, I'd love to get all of your ones.
Mine.
No, drink cocktails. Sam's is a bit shandy.
I'll do a KD, mate.
Weed.
Well, I remember, like, I went on a night out like a while ago. I had this like cherry cola whiskey cocktail. I can't remember what it was called. At this bar in Lincoln, but that was really nice. Some kind of cherry cola like whiskey. It was proper good.
Sick, sounds good.
Mine's there's a cocktail bar in Lincoln, and they used to do this one called the Con Artist. I couldn't even tell you what was in it, but it came in this like tall glass, and they gave you like a playing card on top of it. And I think at one point, me and Lam, the guitarist from Anticlone, we were going there so much that we collected like a full deck of cards.
Wicked.
And all these, but yeah, it's I don't know what was in it, but it was sick.
Oh, mate, they should have a promotion or something going on there that if you do collect the full deck, like you get something from them, you know?
You got to have something. Sometimes they have like cool cards as well. Like I remember one time they had like these gold cards and they were proper smart. I kept the card somewhere where it is, but
so cool. So cool. All right, last one then, and it's you, Will. What is a fandom that frightens you just a little bit?
What, a band fandom?
It can be any fandom. Like, for example, a fandom that frightens me a little bit is wrestling fans. They're a terrifying bunch of weirdos.
I agree.
I probably should. I can't be too honest because I'll get in trouble. But I don't know, mate. United fans.
Yes.
Man United fans.
Agree.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. All right.
Unless you're a Mozzie fan, and then that bypasses the Unitedness.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll forgive it if they're a fan, yeah?
Yeah.
Mozzie's always forgive.
Yeah.
You can be saved.
You can't dance from all the same.
Nah.
I don't want to give you any ideas, but future merch ideas of a certain color, but designed around Moskito, put it out there.
Be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Just be careful about copyright and shit. But but for now, I mean, ultimately the end of this week is such an important stage in Moskito, but just the next step. The EP G.R.I.M out this Friday, October 13th, Friday the 13th as well. Of course, the EP launch show in Peterborough. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Can't wait to see what comes next, and best of luck for this release.
Thank you for having us, mate.
See you soon.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.